Hey there folks, Mike here. We're back at the Maitland Trail, only this time we're actually going to start at the beginning. So we're here in Auburn, Ontario at the trailhead right under this bridge. And today we're going to be starting off at marker 0, get roughly about 15 kilometers in today and tomorrow, which will actually wrap up the Maitland Trail, as Paul and I did the last stretch of the Maitland Trail earlier this year, about 20 or 22 kilometers worth. So it's going to be a nice easy day, hopefully. Early 20s in Celsius, so beautiful weather, clear skies so far, no rain in the forecast, which is going to be awesome. And once again, we're going to be following the Maitland River along the way, so hopefully lots to look at, lots of flowers, and hopefully some great footage. Also new on this trip is a new action camera, which is a DJI Osmo Action. Did some evaluations with some online reviews between this and a GoPro, and honestly the mention of the GoPro crashing on a regular basis kind of leaned me towards the Osmo Action quite quickly. So hopefully this brings some steadier video feed for you guys, and hopefully I don't mess up the settings too much, and hope you enjoy the video. And before we get too far into it, make sure you like, subscribe. It'll really help these videos showcased on YouTube a little bit more, and bring these beautiful Ontario trails to you. Thanks very much. Hope to see you out there. So here's just a little bit of a boat ramp and access to the river. And there we can actually see the end of the trail. Can't go much further than under the bridge. And just to give you a quick shot, so technically this is the start of the trail here. Right under the bridge, lots of traffic, but we'll see what the trail brings. If it's anything like what we saw in the last 20 or so kilometers, it's fairly technical in a few spots, but quite manageable still. Very cute area here in Auburn. There's a local campground as well nearby if you guys want to camp the night before you head out onto the trail. And that's it for now. More to come later. Alright folks, looks like we found a path down to the river. I'm going to let my trusty friend Paul go first. Case in point. So just like I mentioned in a prior video folks, very important that if you have a hiking partner, make sure you get along with them. That's pretty loose. Good steps here. Yeah. Just to give you an idea, see what I'm looking at.
Okay, so the good thing about coming down to the river is you never know what you're going to see.
What in the world?
Now, I'm no expert, but that looks like a giant swan.
Yep. And this, folks, is the Maitland River. And that was Paul. Alright folks, just a quick update. So this is where we've just come from, and pretty much the same kind of trail conditions all the way down. Just a little bit of climbing, not too much, but basically it looks like an ATV or a snowmobile trail in use during this the winter. I can't see it, but the Maitland Trail is way over there, and got to our first info board. So we just passed through the Robertson Tract, and on we go. No thanks. All right, folks, so the that last segment of video with the info sign was not even, oh, I don't know, maybe 30 meters or so down the trail that way behind us. And it just opened up to the river, and thought I would show you guys the view. Very, very peaceful. Hear the occasional bird squawking and chirps. Bugs aren't too bad, but a beautiful day. All right, guys, so quick little update. Paul and I are walking down the trail, hear something in the trees, and then all of a sudden, thud, something hits the ground, and sure enough, I don't know if you can see that all that well, but it's a corn cob. So something up there, little bastards,
I think it was a monkey.
trying to kill us. Lovely, good thing we're in pairs. Onwards. Hey guys, so just to let you know, we actually crossed the far side of the cornfield and came all the way down this side of the cornfield. That was kind of fun. And we just made it past to this field. And soy on the other side. Lots to go. So a little confusion at the last junction, as it looks like there was a original trail that went down the other side of the cornfield, which has since been closed. And this is the new trail. All right, folks, so after the cornfield and a quick jaunt through the woods and alongside a soy field, we came down this pathway here to a little bit of a crossroads of trails. So going forward, as we can see here on this sign, that's the Maitland Trail and 1 more mile, but it intersects with the Guelph-Goderich Trail. Now that big sign does say Goderich to Auburn Rail Trail, but it is still part of the Guelph-Goderich Rail Trail, as you can see on that lower sign here. So just to give you guys a bit of a close-up. And this here as well. Marker 13. Hey folks, so as you can see behind me, we're on a road, and we're about just shy of 13 kilometers in for the day. And we've probably done the last, what do you think, Paul, last 4K on the road, give or take?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so roughly about the last 4 kilometers on the dirt road here. We're expecting to turn back into the bush at some point, hopefully soon. And unfortunately, not much to see other than empty fields. There were a couple of nice ponds at one point when we made a turn, but been a little bit boring. So we've been playing Trivia Pursuit, without the board, of course, just the questions and answers. It's been fun. I think I'm ahead, but we'll let Paul think he's winning. So after maybe 100 meters or so from that last video, we turned into the bush, as you can see, which was unfortunately short-lived, and we are back in the corn. So after the cornfield, as you can hear, we went through a little bit of a construction area. Yes, that's a rock. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. Stairs. My arch nemesis. And just further down that ravine to the left should be the river. We had a glimpse of it earlier. So hopefully should be coming up to the end of our day in a little while here. So just crossing out of the bush. Got a nice view of the river, albeit under the bridge. You can see just how shallow it is. I had mentioned to Paul when we first tackled the Maitland Trail earlier in the year that from a Google Maps view, like aerial, the river looks like it's a dried riverbed because of the color, but it's just due to how shallow it is. And you just see the rock riverbed. All right, sir, onward. Just gonna go past the bridge here a little bit. And behind me is Leonard's Bridge. Roughly a kilometer past Londesboro Road, which is the section of the video that I recorded that we were actually under the bridge and taking a shot of the river below. So quite a nice little piece of handiwork to come across on the trail, and very peaceful. Alright guys, I was so impressed by what you're about to see that I just had to film it so that you guys can see it for yourself. For a lot of you guys that are not really into hiking and backpacking, you might be just watching these videos for information, or you're kind of curious about hiking. This might be a little gross, but to a backpacker, this is like royalty treatment on the trail. So this is the second outhouse that we have encountered today. The first one was shortly after the start of our trail in Auburn, so there's no need to visit said outhouse. But huge shout out to the volunteers and or landowner and the Maitland Trail Association for putting this thing together, because this is the most epic outhouse that I've ever seen. So first of all, we have a really nice wood handle taken right out of nature, and on the inside, and it has a lock. Inside, it's actually nice and clean. Toilet seat, finished surface, toilet paper with extra roll, hand sanitizer, and if you can see that in the dark, it even has a couple coat racks, especially for winter hiking, or hey, if you want to hang your backpack instead of putting it on the floor, go for it. Comedic interjection free of charge.
Wow.
Right?
I wasn't expecting this. They have hand sanitizer.
I told you. Yeah. Coat hangers.
Huh.
Yeah. Impressive.
Hey, there's a USB hook up here too. Oh,
No.
sweet.
No, but did you see the broom? There's a broom in one corner and a hand brush in the other.
Oh, well, that's in case you have problems with your aim. That's all. That's pretty pretty impressive for middle of the bush. Thank you.
And this was just a short distance away from the bridge that we were just at, just over here. Very, very nice. Anyways, so yeah. Royal treatment in the bush. So as you can tell, I'm very much out of breath, and the trail curves down and goes down at least a story and a half, give or take. So a lot of climbing right now, and more stairs. So just as a reminder, even though the marker says 37 kilometers, Paul and I had already done the last 20 or so earlier in the year. So we're just, thank you, Paul. We're just wrapping up the first 30 over these 2 days. Alright guys, so just a quick update. We've wrapped up for the day, and we found an empty lot to crash for the night. And while exploring, we saw something red behind the tree line. So again, there's no sign of a house. Doesn't look like it's been used in a very long time. And the river is just ahead and down the ravine. But this looks to be an old boxcar of some sort. Boxcar, I don't think it's quite a caboose, but let's see how well the camera picks up in low light. Stove. Judging by the look of that futon, it's been here for a long while. Maybe a bird's nest. George Costanza, sorry. Some more futons. And just looking at the condition of the boxcar, doesn't look like it's been taken care of. Hole in the roof. And I'm not going to go, actually I'm not going to go in at all. But it looks like some bunk beds, and again, very poor condition. But very cool nonetheless. So I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the river. So yeah.